You're listening to The Intellectual Investor, episode number 143. This holiday, will Mr. Market eat too much pie? Written by Vitaliy Katzenelson and read by Elliot. To read this article online or to listen to more episodes, visit investor.fm. To learn more about Vitaliy's investing firm, IMA, go to imausa.com. Before we get started on the main podcast, I wanted to tell you about Vitaliy's Article Almanac 2021. This almanac houses most of the articles I wrote in 2021, organized into 3 sections: life, investing, and music. I thought this almanac would be an easy way for readers to enjoy articles I wrote in the past year. Some readers simply did not get a chance to read them when they landed in their inbox. Others may decide to revisit a few articles. For readers new to my articles, the almanac provides an opportunity to binge read my essays. Netflix brought binge watching to the masses. Podcasts extended binging to listening. Listeners of my podcasts tell me that they listen to years of my articles in a few weeks while working out or driving to work. You can find my podcast on investor.fm. I suppose this almanac is bringing binge reading to the masses. I get the feeling I am not the first one to do this. We did not just slap the articles into a Word document and convert it to a PDF. No, we kicked things up a few notches. Early in 2021, we recruited a very talented artist, Hazen, to create digital paintings to accompany my articles. Up to this point, Hazen's art has lived on contrarianedge.com and as cover art for my podcasts. Hazen's drawings are now front and center in this almanac. Unless otherwise indicated, all artwork in the almanac is by Hazen. I love these drawings for several reasons. First, Hazen is a terrific artist. You'll see. Second, they add another artistic dimension to my articles. They convey the main message I am trying to communicate via an image. Believe you me, this is anything but easy. Finally, as CEO of IMA, I want to make sure I foster a culture of fun and collaboration. These drawings were a fun collaboration between Hazen, Brendan, IMA analyst, giving him an opportunity to see something other than income statements and annual reports, and Anton, our director of marketing. Then our in-house project manager, Dragan, coordinated creation of the almanac, while getting input from the rest of the IMA team. My contribution to this process was very minimal. As you can see, this may be an almanac of my articles, but it's really a gift from all of IMA to you. And yes, of course, I included my father's and my brother Alex's art in the almanac as well. There is also a bonus section that has a few of my evergreen articles that are still very relevant today. Feel free to share this almanac with your friends, relatives, coworkers, and perfect strangers you meet. Finally, and most importantly, I hope you have as much fun reading the almanac as we had putting it together. You can download the PDF at a link in the show notes. This holiday, will Mr. Market eat too much pie? 4 times a year, I write a letter to IMA clients. These letters are long. The most recent fall letter is 27 pages. I try very hard to bring IMA clients into our thinking about the economy, investing, stocks, and decisions we've made in their portfolio. In an essay at a link in the show notes, I explain the reason for their length. Over the next few months, I'll share with you excerpts from the fall letter. I believe the relationship with my readers has evolved over the years, such that we don't need to sanitize and rewrite these excerpts into essays. I'll leave them in the raw, original, more honest form. Enjoy! This holiday, will Mr. Market eat too much pie? Mr. Market was less than kind to our portfolio over the last few months, and especially the last few weeks. I cannot tell you how little it worries us what Mr. Market thinks about our stocks at any particular point in time. We love our portfolio even if Mr. Market doesn't fancy it today. Also, before we take Mr. Market seriously, let us tell you about the rationality of Mr. Market lately. The World Health Organization, or WHO, names each variant of the COVID virus by going to the next letter of the Greek alphabet. After Delta, which is currently the most predominant variant of the virus ravaging the world, there must have been 9 others that were not important enough because we never heard of them. Why 9? Because when the latest variant of concern was found in South Africa, it emerged that the letter nu was supposed to be applied to it. But nu sounds a lot like NEW new. WHO didn't want to confuse people, so it skipped to the next letter in the Greek alphabet, which is Xi. Oops, that's the Chinese supreme dictator. So, for the sake of global political stability, that letter was skipped too. This brings us to Omicron, the name of the latest variant. This is where the story gets a bit more interesting. There happens to be a cryptocurrency, one of thousands, that is also named Omicron. I still cannot grasp the logic behind it, but that cryptocurrency was up 900% on the day the South African variant was christened. There must have been a trading algorithm or a lot of bored investors looking for the next gamble to drive something seemingly worthless up 900%. That is the drunken Mr. Market that is pricing our stocks today. I'm going to repeat what you will find me saying several times in the letter. We own businesses that are priced, not valued, by Mr. Market thousands of times a day. We have done a lot of work on each company in the portfolio, and through diligent research, we have reached the conclusion that each is worth more than the price it is changing hands at today. Are we going to be right about each and every stock? Of course not. This is a numbers game. But we use a time-tested methodology centered on common sense and the cash flows these businesses generate. Also, this is not our first rodeo. We'll go on making small tweaks, taking advantage of Mr. Market's manic depressive moods, at least when it comes to anything that generates cash flows. Of course, we could change our investment process and load up on the cryptocurrency called Pi Coin, which happens to take its name from the letter in the Greek alphabet that follows Omicron. But I think we all agree we should stick to our knitting, buying high-quality businesses that are significantly undervalued. Anyway, we already loaded up on Pi during Thanksgiving. Our advice? Enjoy this holiday season. Spend time with your loved ones. Don't look at your portfolio. Let us worry about it. After all, we own the same stocks you do. We wish you joyful and safe holidays. Note: I shared a draft of this letter with some close value investing friends. A few of them politely pointed out that I should not use the word love to describe my views toward the portfolio. They are right. Love is almost by definition an irrational emotion. Our view towards stocks we own are not an affection or emotion. In fact, we work relentlessly to extricate emotion out of our process. We look at ourselves as scientists. We would wear white coats to work if we thought we would get away with it and not constantly spill coffee on them. Our opinion on any company we own is just a thesis that will be validated or invalidated by time. We'd like to invalidate them before time does. So love is not the word that I should use to describe what we think of our portfolio. It is a flawed shortcut for saying we own high-quality, significantly undervalued companies that are run by good, sensible management teams. Thank you for listening. This and other investment articles by Vitaliy are based on value investing principles that were first brought down from the mountain by Benjamin Graham and later were popularized by Warren Buffett. To learn more about these principles, visit investor.fm and listen to the first episode of this podcast, titled The 6 Commandments of Value Investing. To learn more about how Vitaliy's investment firm uses these principles to create low-risk, long-term oriented portfolios, visit imausa.com. Enjoy life and prosper.